But the only thing was like we just like think it's acceptable, and it's because we let it slide around here, and then we go to this nice restaurant.
We let it slide.
I was just talking about this. Being around us for an extended period of time, you change.
You lose your social skills. That's acceptable.
Yeah. Exactly. Whenever I go on a snowmobile trip, I come back a sailor, bro. Like, I'll be at dinner with my family. I catch myself swearing. And it won't even be like...
Which you normally don't
acceptable. No, I mean, normally you don't like just swear for no reason, but I'll be like, hey, pass me that fucking Sprite. Like, I just throw in swears for no reason. And after the RV trip, Alondra would like do something fast, and I'd be like, bro... I would bro her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, especially after the RV trip. Especially.
It was too long.
You just turn into a freaking barbarian.
Degenerate.
Yeah.
Degenerate.
Really funny.
Dude, that's actually a pretty funny bit. Like going to dinner with your grandparents.
After you've
Grandma, why don't you pass me that fucking salt? At me and CJ's family dinners, though, that'd be acceptable. Our grandpa would be like, yeah, fuck.
All right. Yeah. So my mom listens to some of the podcasts.
Oh, no.
Transitionally. Oh, no. And she goes, she absolutely was not like mad at you. She goes, I kind of see where CJ gets his potty mouth from after seeing that video with your guys or with their grandpa. I don't know if she's trying to tie it to something or whatever, but she's like, after seeing their grandpa, he's got quite a potty mouth on him too. So like, I can see how he would have that. And it was just so funny to me because then after hanging around him, I literally, whenever I hang out with you guys' grandpa, I'm like, yeah, I know it's only 12:30, but I could use a Corona.
I could use a beer.
Yeah, or whatever. Like,
yeah, he's good shit.
Yeah, our grandpa's the best.
I am trying to work on my swearing though. Like I seriously do not.
Funny because the last
when
podcast,
I listen back to the pods, I'm like, why was I swearing?
Almost
unnecessary swear words, but I just
dude, they just fit so easy. What makes a swear word a swear word?
Yeah, I've always wondered that.
And
too.
who determines like what's a swear word?
Yeah, who just was like, you know what? These words aren't okay.
I've always wondered that.
Like, what's the difference between shoot and shit?
Who even made up shit?
Well, who made up most of the words and then...
Pretty much everything's made up. And then they're just like, these ones are bad. Can't say them.
Everything ever is kind of made up.
It goes back into like even numbers. Like, why 1, 2, 3?
So that's deep.
You know? Like, why is that? Just someone got to choose it, and that's how it is.
The thing about the F word is... you can use it in so many different scenarios. My dad walks in. You know?
Ben's going to get a spanking tonight.
Yeah. I agree.
No, I agree. And also,
you can use it in so many, and like, it just is like almost like an exclamation point.
Sometimes
it really
it's
is,
funny,
you know?
Too.
It can be.
It can be a punchline.
So
it can be a sexual gesture. It can be a...
emphasis piece.
It can be a hit piece, like fuck you.
Yeah. There is a lot of meanings.
So
to
many
like
meanings
fuck
behind
can also
it.
be like bad, like fuck, like shoot,
like no,
an expression. Yeah, no kidding.
It's amazing.
And I think it's like a word that was just like ostracized from society.
Yeah, there's not really like any negative connotation to it.
Dana White has a massive poster hanging up in his office, or it might be a big painting. It's just fuck.
There's lots
Maybe
of negative.
I'll be at that point
There's lots of negative connotations.
Because he loves the word. He thinks that he said that one time he went on ESPN and he said ass. He got his ass beat and ESPN like lost it. It was back before like swearing, but nowadays I think it's slowly becoming a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah. I'm still trying to work on my swearing. I'm trying to calm it down more, but.
Yes, there is a point to it. Maybe if it's like a younger audience, like you can't just be yelling the F word in like middle school or even high school or like around kids. I get that.
I'm not doing it for that reason.
Talking with adults, I guess.
I'm not doing it for that reason. Maybe it's just because I criticize myself. I watch the podcast back and I go, I just sound so stupid saying it that many times, and I'm not like happy about it.
That's all
I don't like the way I sound. I don't like the way I look, and I didn't realize I was doing it at the time. But now, thanks to our 3 cameras sitting there, I should not do that.
Yourself.
And I'm trying not to.
At least the F word, if I'm like, just for example, in Walmart and there's a homie next to me and he is just spitting, like he's just talking, there's maybe kids around or whatever, and he just F word every sentence or anybody that does that. I'm just like,
I don't do that.
No, and I'm not saying you do. I'm just like, dude, learn how to like speak.
Speak.
But then there's also times when you use it and it's just like, I don't know why I always think of this, but when we cut the first time we ever cut the hole in the ice.
Oh
and
yeah.
Jake before he jumps goes, "Fuck your shit."
That was funny.
Why? It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, why did he say that? And I remember like
We still haven't got a solid answer out of that one.
He just
like,
said
there's just
something.
certain funny times. And also, I remember when I was in Jamaica, you know, the word bumbaclot.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's a swear word.
No idea.
Yeah.
What is
Oh,
that? What are you
it's a
saying?
Twitter. It's a Twitter thing.
Bumbaclot? Like, it's just a word.
In what context?
So I didn't even know what it meant, but it was on Twitter, and people would say bumbaclot. It was almost like, "What are your thoughts?" So that's what I thought it meant. And then we're at Jamaica. They're like, "Yeah, if you swear and stuff, like people that have potty mouths and among other things, they get put in jail if you don't say bumbaclot." Because I didn't say it, but they
What?
brought that up, and like pussyclot is like another swear word. So you get put in jail in Jamaica.
That's
If
bullshit.
you're on the street swearing. Again, yeah. What is a swear word?
Yeah,
consist
you
of?
can
Like,
sell
really?
weed on the street
literally.
in Jamaica.
But can you imagine getting put in jail here for swearing, even though what does a swear word
intense.
really mean?
What do you guys call spinning your car around in a circle with spinning the tires? What do you call that?
Don't know.
Drift.
Probably
Yes,
donuts,
but with the
shit.
swear word.
Shitty.
Whipping shitties. Apparently,
Yeah,
that
why?
isn't a term anywhere
Really?
else
It's
other
a
than
like a Midwest.
very Midwest. I saw a tweet about it. It was like apparently people in Minnesota call donuts
Whipping
whipping
shitties.
shitties. What's wrong with
and
them?
it feels
What?
very normal
Yeah.
to call it that.
Well,
Like,
that's what
Whipping
like
shitties,
you
yeah.
do, yeah. Even my dad, like that was one of the first swear words I probably ever heard him say. He was like, "Oh,
Whip
were
some
you out
shit.
whipping shitties?" Be like,
That's really
"Dad just
funny.
swore." Yeah,
what'd you call it that? That's what it's called.
yeah. Apparently, it's just a Midwest thing.
That's such a
Interesting.
maybe Canada thing. I don't know. Whipping shitties, eh?
That is a very
It
Canadian
feels
thing.
like- yeah.
You know what? I bet that did originate from
It
Canada.
had to have. All the quality swear words came from Canada.
Dude, Canadians love to swear.
They do. Carter, man.
Yeah, dude. Our friend Carter from British Columbia, that dude speaks like a sailor.
But is he still? I think it's because he's Canadian that it sounds funny, but he still uses it in a pretty good way. Yeah, fuck. We're going sledding today. It's gonna be fucking tits deep.
Yeah, like that to
Like-
me just doesn't sound good.
Yeah, but when it's coming from him, it's just right.